Hey guys, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing an older video of mine. Very clearly this is not from today, but I made it last year on my old channel that got deleted, and I just figured that I would reshare it because some of these DIYs are still very cool, very easy, and very inexpensive for Halloween. So I hope that you enjoy it. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want more holiday home party content. The holidays are in full swing and I am living for it, so make sure you stick around and hit that bell to be notified for every upload, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye! First up are these overflowing creepy potion bottles. Okay, so for these creepy potion bottles, what we're going to need are glass potion bottles. I found these last year at Target in the dollar spot, but I did see some at Michael's just this season, so you could totally get them there or online. You're going to need a Sharpie paint pen. I used black, obviously. Polyfill or pillow stuffing to go inside, and then a pen and paper for practice so you can make sure your script is perfect before you put pen to bottle. Okay, so the first thing I did was take my pen and paper and just kind of sketch out exactly how I wanted it to look to make sure it had all the spelling right and everything, and make sure I had something to reference while I was drawing on the bottles. Then I'm going to grab my Sharpie paint pen, and I put a towel down underneath the bottle just to kind of keep it a little stable, so that's a helpful hint. And then I just carefully, and I took my time, and I wrote out poison on this bottle. This video is sped up, so I can't stress enough just to take your time and be cautious, because once it's on there, it's really hard to remove if you can remove it at all. To get that calligraphy look, I'm going back over and thickening all the down strokes to give it kind of more of a formal calligraphy feeling. And there it is, you're done. So here are my finished bottles, and the next thing I'm going to do is grab my polyfill, crack it open, and put some into each bottle. I'm kind of fluffing it up so that it looks like it's overflowing and kind of bubbling over the evil potion or poison. I'm going to do that for each bottle. For the bottles with skinnier necks, I'm just using something long and skinny to get the fluff down deep in there, and I can kind of shake the bottle around to make sure that it's filling all the available spaces, and then just keep filling up towards the neck and then bubble it out again like the other bottles with the wider mouths. So don't be afraid to get creative with this to make it work. And here are the finished bottles. I'm so in love with these. I think they're so creepy and kooky and would look perfect styled on shelves for Halloween. Next up, we're making this black spiderweb frame. Super easy, super creepy. For this spiderweb frame, all you're going to need is an empty frame, black yarn, hot glue, and scissors. Super simple, super inexpensive project. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the backing and the glass from my frame. I just picked up this little guy at the dollar store, so super inexpensive. And then I'm also going to go ahead and try and fold these little tabs down so they don't get caught on anything. Sometimes with dollar store frames they just pop off, and that's even better. So I'm getting my yarn just kind of enough of length to kind of crisscross across the frame. And I'm going to be hot gluing the individual strands to go diagonally. I did find out later that it is helpful to use a low temp glue gun for this step, because you can basically put your finger on it right away to cool it quickly and it won't burn you. I used a regular hot glue gun for this first time, and it was tough to wait for it and not burn myself. So I'm just kind of creating an X and then kind of going into a star shape to get that classic spider web. And for the last one, I'm actually going to go under the 3 strings I've already done, or over, excuse me, and then kind of twist it around so that I'm gathering them all together and they're connected and there's no weird gapping or space. Okay, so I already did one, but I did a second method for the outer ring and it worked so much better. So I'm just taking the yarn a long length. I folded it in half, and then I kind of did a loop through to connect it to the first string. And then as I'm going to each string, each of the, the framing pieces, then I'm just gonna go under, flip it over, and go under again, so I'm connecting it that way. That way I'm not tying in knots. It's easy to slide around and adjust so I can get that perfect cobweb shape. So you're just gonna do that all the way around. Make sure you cut your string super long. It's easier to do it with excess than to have a string that is too short. And yarn was perfect for this. It's nice thickness. It catches on to the yarn that we use to make the star shape. So yarn is good if you have extra laying around. And it definitely doesn't have to be black. I could see it in a gray or a purple or a lime green, whatever fits your holiday decor. And when I get to this last one, I'm gonna kind of just tie it in a knot to connect it all together and trim the excess, and then we are gonna be done. Just for an extra bit of security, I did go back and hot glue over each of the original shape making strands, just so that they were 100% glued to the frame, and now it's done. The finished product is so kooky and cool. I made several in different sizes and they look great grouped together, and I am obsessed. Next up, these magnetic creepy crawlies. For these magnetic creepy crawlies, all you're gonna need are plastic bugs, small magnets, and a hot glue gun. If you can't find them in black, you could also buy any color plastic bugs and spray paint them. And literally all you have to do with these is lay out your magnets, give each magnet a drop of hot glue, and plop that creepy crawly bug on top and let them dry. Super simple, super inexpensive, and really fun to do. These are so fun to put vertically if you have a metal door or on your refrigerator or on furniture that's made of metal. They look so creepy and gross and awesome for Halloween. And lastly, we have these really romantic dark dead roses. For this last DIY, you're gonna need some dark flowers, black floral spray paint, which I'll totally link to below, floral scissors, a plastic bag or gloves to protect your hands, and a vase to arrange them in. For these, I chose a really dark red rose, which I think is easy to find in any grocery store and is a great base for the black paint. So I'm just gonna protect my hand with a plastic bag and kind of gently spray over each rose until it's coated. And you're gonna wanna let these dry upright in a vase before you do the final arrangement, just so you don't get all this paint on your hands. But look how creepy and cool these look. All arranged together. I put them in a little copper mug. They almost look dead, and I think they look perfect for a really creepy masquerade type Halloween. Again, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, this blast from the past. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comments below, and I'll be back soon with more Halloween content. And I hope that you guys have a really great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!